Robbers made away with over $100,000 worth of Pokémon cards at a collector's hangout store in Manhattan Wednesday night. Customers and workers had guns pointed at them during the robbery. NTD Sean Marshall has more on the story.
In a terrifying experience, customers at a Pokémon card store had guns pointed at them during a robbery. The event took place at Poke Court on West 13th Street, Manhattan, New York.
So they came in, they closed the curtains. One guy pulled out a gun and literally just started pointing it in faces. He took someone's phone right there.
3 men wearing black masks and hoodies walked into the store with around 40 people in the store at the time, attending their very first free community arts and crafting event. The smash and grab robbers were in and out in less than 3 minutes. Why would people rob a Pokémon store?
So the robbers took over $100,000 worth of merchandise. There are some vintage boxes that are 30 years old. There are some vintage packs. There were some graded cards that were worth $30,000, anywhere from $20,000 to $30,000 each, in our high-end display case. The hobby has become very popular in the last 5 years, and as such, the market prices of these things have also gone up with the popularity.
The owner, Courtney Chen, is still tabulating the loss amounts, but she says it's anywhere from $120,000 to $140,000 in losses.
6:45 p.m., 3 armed men enter the premises. They were brandishing firearms. They were shoving, guns in the face of my employees and my customers. And then they proceeded to come straight to, we call it center court, because it's where we keep all of our high-end items. They took a hammer and they just smashed all the glass. So these used to be glass doors, locked glass doors. They smashed all the glass. They took vintage booster boxes that are 30 years old. They took vintage booster packs that are around the same age. They took graded cards that were worth anywhere between $5,000 to $30,000 each. They took a high-end plushie, and they took memorabilia that has sentimental value to the shop. So they just took everything. They literally just looked at the price tags and grabbed what they thought was most expensive. They were wearing anime backpacks, so they put all the merchandise in the backpack. Then they went over to the register here. First a guy with a hammer came and tried to smash these card walls, but thankfully they held up. And then they came over here and stole a bunch of cash. They pointed a gun in the face of one of my employees, had him open up the cash register, and took the cash.
The store had to open late to finish cleaning up and had to turn away an early morning young customer with parent and tell them to come back later. Pokémon card robberies have been happening across the country, often with losses in the hundreds of thousands of dollars range. In a hobby that seems relatively safe, an event like this is the last thing card collectors would expect to have to worry about. Sean Marshall, NTD News.